Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. So, quick things before we drop into the news part. Live stream tonight will be simulcast with Wizard Tower Games and Tabletop Tap Room. Tonight, 8 o'clock from 8 to 9. There'll be a Discord hangout at 9 p.m. I'll be in for that. Another live stream. I will be a guest on Inappropriate Characters this Sunday. I believe it is 8 Eastern. I'll verify that before. But that's the pundit, Wenger. So you're gonna yes, I'm gonna have 5 straight days of live streams. My heart goes still, my head goes boom. So, folks, we have some news. First piece of news. I only came privy to this last night. There will be a limited release of the Player's Handbook for 5e at Gen Con. What I am understanding, what I have been told, is that it's going to be 7,500 copies each day. So if you're at Gen Con, you're looking to snag a copy, grab it. I truly suspect that by the end of Gen Con, there will be a copy floating around for people to peruse. But that's only my past personal experiences on how this stuff works. But it'll be interesting to see. And I'm interested to see what people's reactions are to it. So I guess we'll be seeing that over the next week or so. What else? Well, here's the big piece of news, or not, depending on how you look at it. Buyout firm L. Catterton approaches Mattel with an acquisition offer. We don't care about that, right? Well, we kind of do, because the move could prompt other potential suitors to consider bids from Mattel, including rival Hasbro, which has become aware of Al Catterton's approach and is discussing whether it should also submit an offer. One of the sources said Hasbro and Mattel have had unsuccessful merger talks over the years. Now, my experience with mergers, I worked in retail before I was a cop, and I worked for Stern's Department Store, which was part of Allied, and then Allied bought out Federated, and then it became the new Federated, and then it bought out Macy's, and then the whole chain became Macy's. So buying out another company doesn't necessarily mean that the company doing the buyout is the one that remains in charge. I'm not saying that's the case in this case. And I'm not saying it's going to happen, but this is a chatter that's going on. I know yesterday Mattel stock and Hasbro stock were both up. I am not giving investment advice. Trust me, I've only made one good investment in my life, and that was Sirius XM stock when XM was at 16 cents a share, and I only had $80 in my investment account, or else I'd be doing a lot better. So, Hasbro declined to comment. Well, of course, because they're not even going to say whether or not they are interested in this. I would say they are interested. Mattel shares jumped 20%. Hasbro shares rose 4%. Now, Mattel has a market value of $6.5 billion. I'm assuming that Hasbro's is way beyond that, but it's just interesting to know what's going on behind the scenes, because whenever there is a merger or whether there's a buyout, there's always a cost analysis that kind of generally gets involved in this. And these companies tend to want to shed expenses after the merger. So, I'm not saying it will happen. So Hasbro has taken steps to reduce expenses. The Play-Doh maker reported a smaller than expected drop in first quarter sales in April and handily beat profit estimates, helped by leaner inventories and steady digital gaming revenue. This is going to be your VTT, folks. Last year, Hasbro agreed to sell its E1 film and TV studios to Lionsgate Entertainment for about $500 million as part of its push to focus on more profitable brands. Hasbro shares have performed better than Mattel's, down 9% in the last 12 months. Hasbro and Mattel reached a partnership agreement last year to create co-branded toys and games from some of the most popular brands, including Barbie-branded Monopoly games and Transformer-branded Uno games. Analysts have said a merger between the two companies could unlock a lot of value, but also face major antitrust obstacles. So, there you have it. It's a news brief. That's what it is, folks. It's a news brief. Again, I'll be back tonight, 8 p.m. Hopefully, I'll see you all online. Tomorrow night is the random party generator. Again, 8 p.m. Saturday is Gamers Health with myself and my wife, Rach. I can give you a little bit of an update then on how the probiotics have been treating me. Hint. Very well. And Sunday, like I said, inappropriate characters. So, you guess you could get too much of Tenkar. But if you survive to the end, there's a link in the bottom of the screen, tenkars-tavern.games/PFB for the classic Pathfinder bundle, /RQ for the RuneQuest bundle. These will both take you to Humble Bundle. That's how you can support this channel. We use affiliate links. We don't do sponsorships. You know the reasons why, right? There's this whole thing going on right now. If you watch Dungeons and Discourse, and you see her little piece on sponsorships in the D&D hobby, and how WotC is really, really putting their money where their mouth is, and trying to get the word out for the new edition. That's not a new edition, but it's certainly a new edition. And it's kind of blurring some lines. I don't like to blur those lines. You get what you get, and we're not on the tape, so to speak. All right, folks. On that note, be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. Back again tonight. Catch you later.